Good news, you're now a super rich heir. Net worth, 10 billion. 6 feet tall and handsome. The ultimate tall, rich, and handsome guy. Bad news, in 1 week. The apocalypse will arrive. As the villain, you'll be the first one the hero kills. When he first arrived here, Liu thought he'd have a worry-free life, living in luxury with fast cars and girls. Then he suddenly awakened a system. And it was a villain system. The system told him that in 1 week, the apocalypse would begin. When that happens, not only will plants and animals mutate, but monsters never seen before will emerge. And as the villain who once bullied the hero, you'll be the first one the reborn hero targets. How am I supposed to fight this? Kid, what on earth are you doing? His father Liu Yueming's confused voice came over the phone. Nothing much. Just do as I say. It's only for 5 days anyway. 5 days. Right, stockpile as many supplies as possible in these 5 days. Food, water, clothes, and anything useful. In 5 days, on the morning of the 20th. Don't go anywhere. Just stay in the villa. Let Uncle Li and his men protect you. Remember, the more food, the better. Enough to last 3 to 5 years. Are you hiding something from me, kid? Oh, just don't ask. I'm your son, after all. I wouldn't hurt you. Fine, I'll indulge you one last time. After saying that, Liu Yuanming hung up and spoke to the middle-aged man nearby. Old Li, go. Do as Xiao Yu said. After handling his new parents, Liu Yu closed his eyes, focusing his mind on the system panel. Doomsday Archvillain. System, not activated. Condition 1, before Doomsday. Do not reveal the system or the Doomsday news. Condition 2, do not leave Yinqing before Doomsday. Note 1, if both conditions are met, the system activates automatically after Doomsday. Otherwise, memory is wiped and system uninstalled. Note 2, Hero Chu Feng will be reborn before Doomsday. Attacking him early will cause dire consequences. Time remaining until Doomsday, 112 hours, 36 minutes. Plus, according to the system, he was the destined arch-villain. In the apocalypse, he'd face bloodthirsty monsters and backstabbing humans, along with the hero's insane luck. Damn, I'm actually the villain. Liu laughed at himself. In novels from his past life, villains never had good endings. Especially against a reborn hero with 10 years of experience like Chu Feng. Chu Feng, his current classmate, was a simple guy from a normal home. But who would have thought he'd be the hero ruling the post-apocalyptic world? Master Liu, Miss Chow has arrived. A tall, pretty, and stylish girl soon appeared at the hotel suite door. Master Liu, you actually invited me? Seeing Liu Yu, the girl looked pleasantly surprised. Liu Yu is fit, handsome, and incredibly wealthy. Girls flocked to him. Haha, Monli. Come in, let's sit and talk. Liu Yu smiled, and she said, Master Liu, is it just the two of us today? Liu Yu looked at Xiao Monli and called her out directly. You're wondering why I'd invite you alone, knowing you're Chu Feng's girlfriend? Right? Chu Feng was an incredibly ordinary student. But in 5 days, he would be reborn. Apocalyptic rebirth. With all that, 10 years of survival and combat experience. Liu Yu was just a regular guy before. He had no special training and no combat experience. After careful thought, Liu Yu decided to start with Chu Feng's girlfriend. Xiao Monli looked at him playfully. Hey, handsome. You couldn't possibly be interested in a taken woman, could you? You've got a great body, and you're so gorgeous. Isn't it normal to be interested? Liu Yu gave her a meaningful look. The whole school basically knew Xiao Monli was a famous beauty. But she had a boyfriend who was just average. Except for his looks and grades. If Chu Feng weren't so loyal, buying her designer bags, by working multiple summer jobs, she would have dumped him long ago. Liu Yu changed the subject, no longer beating around the bush. He said calmly, I heard you're close to Yan Yun. While Xiao Monli was Chu Feng's girlfriend. Which was true. In the original story, the real female lead was this girl, Yan Yun. Xiao Monli was just the ex-girlfriend, a tool in Chu Feng's previous life. They bonded deeply while surviving together. But back then, Chu Feng was weak, unable to protect his woman. In the end, Liu the villain tore them apart. and teamed up with Xiao Monli to kill him. So the reborn Chu Feng not only wants revenge on Lu Yu and Xiao Monli, but also wants to protect Yan Yun and make her his girl. Otherwise, what was the point of rebirth? And what Lu Yu had to do was change Yan Yun's fate. Make sure Chu Feng can't get her this time. This would weaken Chu Feng's side and crush his spirit, giving Lu Yu a better chance to survive. Yan Yun? So she's the one you want, Master Lu? So, will you help me out? If you do, this 100k is yours. To a student like Xiao Monli, 100k cash was an irresistible temptation. Just inviting Yan Yun out for dinner to get 100k? She certainly wouldn't refuse. After sending Xiao Monli off, Lu Yu immediately started his doomsday prep. Come over here. I need a progress report. Xueli, Lu Yu's most trusted elite bodyguard, brought the supply status. Master Lu, the supplies are almost ready. Food and water, as requested. Fill 2 whole guest rooms. Clothes, shoes, hazmat suits, binoculars, hammers, bats, first aid kits. Everything is well prepared. But Lu Yu knew that in the apocalypse, people matter more than supplies. Did you find Wei Jianjun and Su Hao? We found Wei Jianjun. He's a security guard in the south slums. Still looking for Su Hao. Yinqing isn't our territory, so give us 2 more days. Take me to Wei Jianjun first. Have Ding Feng keep looking for Su Hao. He's more important than Wei Jianjun. The south slums stood in stark contrast to Lu Yu's world. Wei Jianjun was a retired special forces soldier. He was Chu Feng's sworn brother. Now he's the top fighter Lu Yu needs. I'm Lu Yu. I want to hire you as my bodyguard. Trial period is 1 month. Monthly salary is 50,000. If you don't pass the trial, I'll give you a 100,000 compensation. 100,000 as compensation. That's over 2 years of Wei Jianjun's salary. You're serious, right? Lu Yu showed his sincerity straight up. Here's the compensation money. I'll give it to you right now. If you say yes, I'll have Xueli buy you a luxury apartment close to the hotel where we store supplies. In 3 days, your wife and kids can move in. The house deed will have your name on it. Lu Xiao, I'll work for you. Is this Lu Xiao guy really that capable? Xueli, you'll see in 5 days. Houses, cars. After the apocalypse, all that is just paper. People are the most valuable now. Countdown to doomsday, 48 hours left. Su Hao is finally found. Su Hao's nickname is Rat. He's short, shifty-eyed, and addicted to gambling. His family's dirt poor. But he has a weapon from the future in his hands. Looking at the rusty 3-foot sword in his hand, Lu Yu frowned and asked, "This is the so-called family heirloom sword?" This sword of Su Hao's was something his grandpa found with some old friends. When the apocalypse hits, on Earth, not just animals and people will mutate. Some antiques could mutate too. After the apocalypse, this sword will mutate worldwide and become a legendary weapon that cuts through iron. It slices through weak monsters easily and can level up later. It's Chu Feng's most important early game weapon. Lu Yu must get this sword. How much are you offering? 200,000. T20,000? You're not lying? Is this rusty sword really worth 200 grand? Just tell me, are you selling or not? I'll sell, but pay me first. 200,000 cash. For a future legendary weapon. After the apocalypse, it could save your life. If Chu Feng finds out we bought it, he's gonna flip. Countdown to doomsday, 11 hours 28 minutes left. Lu Xiao, everything's set. Tomorrow night at the Hilton Hotel, I set up a meeting with Yan Yun. Okay. We're moving tonight. Prepare some sleeping pills. Add them to the juice. Not too much. Just enough to knock them out a few hours. Lu Xiao, you're gonna do something to Miss Yan? The car keys will get found out. That's against the law. 10 hours later, the apocalypse hits. By then, does law even matter? I just want to keep her by my side, so monsters or bad guys won't target her after. Xueli didn't argue back. He knows what Lu Yu's like. Once he decides, he won't change his mind. 9 p.m. Private room at Hilton Hotel. The target's in our net. Yan Yan's already here. She's wearing a tight white tee and a pleated skirt, with a white hair clip on her silky black hair. Her skin is fair. Her features gentle and pure. Her eyes are lively, like a young doe. This is the mysterious friend you mentioned? Yep, this is Lu Xiao, my friend. Yan Yan's cheeks turn a little red. She's a bit shy. Let's have some red wine and celebrate. This wine's not pricey. Just something new to try. When Xiao Monli heard Romani Conti, she looked surprised. That wine sells for over 60,000 a bottle. Xiao Monli's eyes sparkled. She poured everyone a drink herself. Liu secretly signaled to Shueli. The spiked juice is about to show up. Ladies, if the wine's too bitter, have some juice to balance it out. Yanyan can't really drink, so she had some juice. Xiao Monli tasted the wine out of curiosity. And drank some juice too. Soon after, everyone started to feel dizzy. The sleeping pills kicked in. Why do I feel dizzy? Maybe that wine's just really strong. I'll take you home. On the way, Xiao Monli slumped in her seat, her mind still a bit clear. You spiked the juice, didn't you? Liu didn't answer. He just told Shueli to stop the car. There's 1 million in here. Password is 6 sixes. Stay out of Yanyan's business. You won't get dragged in either. Xiao Monli stared at the bank card. Her heart started to struggle. She wanted to comfort Yanyan. But that 1 million was tempting. Her family isn't well off. 1 million is enough to buy a place in Yanqing. It could change her whole life. And he knows Liu can handle it. Even if something goes wrong, he can fix it. If he says no, he won't get paid, and he might offend Liu. Got it. I won't tell anyone. Shueli is driving to room 8008 at Rhine Hotel. When she arrives, Shueli carries Ying into the room. Xiao Monli gets room 8007, right across the hall. Rhine Hotel, room 8008. The cage is set up. He's like a lamb to the slaughter, walking into the tiger's mouth. Yun, don't blame me. The apocalypse is too dangerous. You're safer with me than with Chu Feng. 7 a.m. Dorm 502, Yanqing University, boys' dorm. A loud scream breaks the silence. Kill those monsters. Chu Feng, are you crazy? Why are you yelling so early? The familiar dorm stops Chu Feng's panic cold. Even his annoyed roommates' faces. I was reborn. I'm back before the apocalypse. The date on his phone proves it. And the countdown started. There's less than 2 hours left before doomsday. Chu Feng, did you really lose your mind? Reborn? End of the world? Chu Feng doesn't bother to explain. He gets dressed fast and runs out. He has 2 things to do. First, find Wei Jianjun. Recruit that powerful guy early. Second, find Su Hao. Get the legendary weapon. He takes a cab straight to the shantytown in the south of the city. His heart is racing the whole way. Chu Feng's mind is all memories from his last life. How Wei Jianjun saved him. How that ancient sword helped him kill monsters. With old memories this life, he's sure he'll be stronger than before. He arrives at the shantytown. Chu Feng runs up to the 4th floor. Knocks hard on Wei Jianjun's door. But after a long time, no one answers. Stop knocking, they moved out 2 days ago. He got hired as a bodyguard by some rich guy. Moved out? Got taken away by a rich guy? How did this happen? Didn't meet him last life. He was here until the apocalypse last time. No time to think about it. Chu Feng grabs another cab to South Town to find Su Hao. He kicks open Su Hao's door, grabs Su Hao by the collar and shouts. Where's your sword? That family heirloom sword? A rich kid bought it 2 days ago. Gave me 200,000 yuan. It's sold already? Chu Feng lets go. He steps back. His mind goes blank. The fighter's gone. The weapon too. This is totally different from his past life. Could someone else know about the apocalypse too? He checks his phone. It's already 8:50. Only 10 minutes till doomsday. Meanwhile, in room 8008 at Rhine Hotel, Yanyu slowly wakes up. A splitting headache. He opens his eyes. Sees an unfamiliar hotel room. He sits up fast. Throws off the covers. Finds his clothes perfectly fine. He feels a bit relieved. Just then, he spots Lulu sitting by the window. A man in a suit, looking out the window. Sunlight shines on him, highlighting his strong posture. He sounds angry and scared. Who are you? Why am I here? What did you do to me? Chenyu turns around, looks at the panicked Yenyun, and calmly says, I'm Luyu. You're safe now. 10 more minutes, and you'll know why I did this. Stop talking nonsense, I'm leaving. Right then, a loud thunderclap booms across the sky. All the hotel windows rattle. The sky outside goes dark in seconds. You can faintly hear screams in the distance. Yenyun screams in terror. But Luyu just grins. He hears a system notification in his mind, ding. The apocalypse is here. System activating. Checking conditions. Ding, check complete. 1. Didn't leak info about the system or apocalypse. Achieved. 2. Didn't leave Yinching before doomsday. Achieved. Ding, villain system activated. Congrats, you got a villain starter pack. Opening now. Ding, granted exclusive villain skill, Villain's Eye. You can see target's stats and weaknesses. Villain's Heart given. Immunity to low-level mind tampering. Coldly analyzing the battle. Villain aura weakens. Main character luck within 10 meters, boom. Stats panel is now open. You can check it anytime. Liu feels power surging inside. Glances at the chaos outside. Smiles and says, Yenyu, welcome to the apocalypse. While Liyu's system is activating. In the college classroom, what's happening? No way, right? Is it really the end of the world? Huh? My phone has no signal. Mine too. Signal's cut off. And the next second? Everyone feels it. A cold energy sweeps over their bodies. Freezing deep inside. Like even their bone marrow is freezing. What was that just now? So cold. It feels awful. I can't breathe. Most people feel drained. Gasping for air. Some can't even stand up. They collapse straight to the ground. Some of the weaker guys start nosebleeding. And it just won't stop. Cosmic storm. That's what Chufeng said. Cosmic storm. Quick, turn on the lights. Even the lights won't come on. Could Chufeng have been right all along? Everyone just stares at each other. Totally creeped out. When nobody knows what to do. A thick fog suddenly rises outside the window. Everything turns white. Can't even see your own hand. Less than 5 seconds later. It gets really noisy. What the hell is that? Monsters. Monsters. Don't come over here. Stay back. As the heavy fog spreads, every plant and animal on Earth starts growing out of control right before everyone's eyes. Countless weird shadows show up wherever people look. Then, you can hear cries for help outside the classroom. Before anyone can react, a scream suddenly pierces everyone's ears. Everyone looks over. A small girl in class suddenly falls to one knee in the aisle. Her name is Suyao. She's the class's art rep. She's pretty cute, actually. But right now, both hands are holding her face. Her hair's a total mess. Her arms are covered in dark red veins. The body seems to be in tremendous pain. It's shaking nonstop. Suyao, Suyao. What's wrong with you? Don't scare me. But in the next second, Suyao lifted her head. A twisted, terrifying face suddenly appeared in front of everyone. His eye sockets and cheeks were sunken. Pupils turned grayish-white. Bloodshot veins everywhere. His face and mouth were stained with blood and pus. All while letting out monster-like screams. Yep, he became a zombie. That female student was clearly freaked out by Suyao's look. Her instincts told her to run. But it's obvious. It's already too late. Zombie Suyao lunged right at her. Opened his filthy, bloody mouth. And bit her neck. Blood sprayed everywhere. Brutal to the core. Suyao was shockingly strong. No matter how much the girl struggled, it was useless. A few male students noticed something was wrong. And tried to help. But another scream quickly followed. Another student turned into a zombie. Then a third, then a fourth. That's not all. The thick fog outside began to clear. In the open space below the school building, strange creatures started appearing in numbers. They were all green. Covered in tiny scales. With a long tail, like lizard people. But they looked scary as hell. And there were way too many of them. Grouped in 3s and 5s. Packed everywhere. Wild beasts running all around the bushes. Searching for their prey fast. A type of creature humans had never seen. Because nobody understood them. So when people saw them, they felt instant fear. Watching these monsters appear out of nowhere. Outside, tons of lizard men were hunting humans. Inside, some people turned into zombies. The whole world fell into chaos in an instant. Everyone was filled with fear and panic. How much longer can they survive? Even Cosmic Storm felt it too. With this surge of energy, his mind felt as bad as being hit by dozens of bombs. A buzzing in his head, just for a second, almost knocked him out. Luckily, the energy faded as quickly as it came. Liu snapped back instantly, only to find cold sweat on his forehead. Feeling an unexplainable exhaustion. It's detected your body is getting stronger. Your wind abilities are waking up. Body upgrade, wind power. Wow, I got wind powers besides the system. Can't believe it, bro. Awesome, seriously. No wonder he's the first villain boss in the story. Obviously. The body upgrade and wind powers awakening have nothing to do with the system. This was Liyu's original power. Normally, Liu would have to figure it out himself. But now, the system just revealed this power. Liu just wants to say, cool. Liu looked at his system. Personal stats panel opened. Name, Liu. Age, 21, height, 180, weight, 136, vitality, 16. Normal adult male has 10, mental power, 20. Normal adult male has 10, strength, 17. Normal adult male has 10, agility, 15. Normal adult male has 10, enhancement level. Black Iron Rookie. Ability level, wind. Black Iron Rookie, villain only skill, villain's eye. Villain's heart. Villain's aura. In the apocalypse, awakened folks are either enhancers or ability users. Level split into black iron, bronze, silver, gold, dark gold, etc. Each level has basic, mid, advanced stages. Liyu's enhancement and ability levels are both black iron rookie. Strength means physical power. 1 point of attribute equals 10 pounds. Agility is running speed and body coordination. Vitality stands for immunity and resilience, and ability to withstand hits. Mental power is focus and reaction speed, and ability control. Liu is a rich kid, so his stats are higher than normal. Mental power is way higher because of the world shift. After being hit by the cosmic storm, his overall stats are 1.5 times normal people. Basically like pro athletes now. Villain's aura. Even as a villain, you'll draw the protagonist's hate. But you're immune to their downgrade aura. And you can get their powers after you kill them. If you kill the heroine, you get attribute rewards. But if you change the heroine's fate, or make her lose her destiny, you'll get extra rewards. Kill the protagonist. I can take his ability. Haha, pretty sweet power. Looks like being a villain isn't so bad. What just happened? It was sunny just now. The sky was clear. How did things change so fast? Right after the thunder, fog rolled in. No cell signal. Then the power went out, too. Even emergency calls won't go through. Are you kidding me? I swear my phone had 42% battery just now. Why did it suddenly shut off? And that icy feeling earlier? It made me feel super tired. The end of the world. What end of the world? No way. I'll go check myself and see. Even though Yan didn't really believe it, the truth is in front of her. A huge clap of thunder boomed suddenly, then faded just as quickly. The phone's screen went black without warning. And that feeling like a cosmic storm hit her body. Everything just feels off in this world now. Yan doesn't have time to think about anything else. She quickly gets up and straightens her clothes. She heads to the window. Looking through the hotel glass, she sees the shock of the end times outside. Is this? Yanyu is 20 this year. She's a sweet-looking, simple-minded girl. The cosmic storm hit her just now, and left her whole body exhausted. She doesn't have time to care about that. Because the scene outside totally grabbed her attention. Bang, bang, bang. Loud crashes as cars lose control in the distance. Wrecked cars are everywhere. People who got out went from confused to panicked. A roar echoed out. A zombie appeared. It lunged at an old lady who couldn't run in time. She screamed. Blood splattered all over the ground. Giant bugs flew across the sky. The streets were full of lizard men. It blew his mind. Monsters. At the hotel entrance, a security guard was shaking with fear. His face was pale. He was just an ordinary guy. Made a couple grand a month. Just working to get by. He never expected a monster like this to show up right in front of him. It was a tall, blue-green mantis. At least half as tall as a person. Nearly 2 meters long. The guard could see clearly. The giant mantis's body was covered in strange black markings. Its 2 front limbs, each a meter long, were lined with sharp saw-like edges. The mantis glanced at him, making a strange, sharp sound. Run. But he was frozen in fear. His legs wouldn't move at all. Up against this kind of power, normal people couldn't even think of running. The giant mantis seemed to sense he was still alive, and bit right into the guard's neck. Its sharp jaws were insanely strong. The guard didn't even react before his head was severed from his body. A few other mantises saw it and rushed in for the kill. It was a bloody, brutal scene. Not just Yenyu. Everyone else who survived turned pale watching. Many felt their stomachs churn and threw up right there. Downstairs at the hotel, it wasn't just the guard getting eaten, but people on the street, couples passing by, even old folks heading to buy groceries. No one knows where the monsters came from. But in just a few seconds there were dozens of them. How is this possible? It's way too gory and violent. He'd only seen stuff like this in disaster movies. Now he's seeing it for real. It totally shattered his worldview. Now do you believe me? Damn, why are these things so strong? Liu only knew the beginning of Chu Feng's story, but he didn't know much about these monsters. Now, seeing the mantis bite off the guard's head in one go, even Liu was caught off guard. Just the early monsters are this tough? This is bad news for weaker humans. How could anyone survive later on? Suddenly, a line of strange text appeared before Liu. Species, insect. Race, scythe mantis, level, iron mid-tier. Note, an extremely potential dependent alien insect. If you don't fight them head-on, it's still pretty easy to take them down. Note, besides humans, all other creatures that reach high iron tier might form a crystal core. Note 2, crystal core. Lets any creature, human included, evolve again. Collect them, and maybe you'll get stronger. Whoa, I can actually see monster stats. This system power is awesome. Villain's eye, focus on something, and you can read basic info on monsters, humans, or items. You can also see your companion's betrayal rates. Not just monsters and items, but I can see the betrayal rate of those around me too? This is a good skill. With this ability, I could totally level up as fast as Chu Feng. He glanced over at Yenyu. Name, Yenyu, age, 20, height, 165 centimeters, weight, 92 pounds, betrayal rate, 50%. In this post-apocalyptic world, trust is the most expensive thing. Betrayal rate means how likely someone close could betray you. The higher the chance, the bigger the number. According to the system, at first, everyone's betrayal rate starts at 50%. Below 50% means you get along pretty well. If it goes above 50%, they probably have issues with you. Or even hate you. Maybe want you dead. Liu had chased after Yenyun before, but Yenyun turned him down. So to her, he was a stranger. And a 50% betrayal rate made sense. From what villains I showed just now, the scythe mantis is super reliant on its front limbs. If you don't take it head-on, it's pretty easy to beat. So sneak attacks would work even better? Liu wanted to try out his crossbow. Yes, Liu had prepared before the apocalypse hit. He'd been training for a while now, and his aim was decent. Even though the Liu family runs a legit business, you can't get guns in Xiagua, but as a rich kid, getting a crossbow was easy. And just in case, he also had a sword he bought from Suhao before. In addition to the crossbow in his room, and also a hand axe. He grabbed the crossbow and went to the hotel window. Liu loaded a bolt into the slot. Then he opened the window to look for a target. Yenyun saw Liu staying calm, and watched him pull out a crossbow. Yenyu snapped back and was shocked. What's with this guy? He not only prepared weapons in advance, he's also acting so cool about it. Most people would freak out seeing all these scary monsters. How could he stay this calm? That's not normal. Did he know these monsters were coming all along? Liu had no idea what Yenyu was thinking. He just quietly watched the monsters outside the window, looking for a chance to strike. Why is he so calm? Liu did know the apocalypse was coming early on. And he did make some preparations in advance. But he's not like Chu Feng, who was actually reborn after the apocalypse. He hasn't gone through the apocalypse. Seeing so many monsters appear at once, he's actually freaking out inside too. The reason he seems so calm is because of Liyu's other skill, Villain's Heart. Villain's Heart greatly boosts your adaptability and battle courage. When you face danger, you're easier to stay calm than most people. This skill is really similar to the hero's heart from some anime. It doesn't offer any attack or defense abilities, but it does boost Lu Yu's adaptability and courage. In some situations, it's actually stronger than Lu Yu's other skills. You gotta know, in the early days of the apocalypse, the monsters weren't actually that strong. The reason humans suffered so many casualties and couldn't beat these monsters was mainly because of our fear of the unknown. That fear made people lose the will to fight back. Now with the villain's star skill, Lu Yu can go right from an ordinary guy to someone with nerves of steel. Da-da-da. The silence of the apocalypse is broken by the beat of death. As Yen Yun was thinking, the messenger of death had already arrived. A mantis with scythes was holding a human arm in its mouth, enjoying its meal on top of a telephone pole. The telephone pole is taller than usual. Lu Yu is on the 8th floor. He's less than 10 meters away. The crossbow has an effective range of 20 meters. So this is within shooting range. Lu Yu aimed at the back of the mantis's head and pulled the trigger. The arrow went right through the mantis's head, piercing from the back all the way out its face. The mantis let out a bone-chilling scream. It shook its head and tossed the half-eaten arm to the ground. Its bloodthirsty eyes quickly locked onto Lu Yu. Oh no, it spotted us. Its brain can't think clearly anymore. It can't even talk right. Its head got pierced, but it can still move? This crossbow packs as much punch as a gun. But it's not automatic, so it can't rapid fire. If that monster flies over even while hurt, there's really no time to reload. Just as Lu Yu was about to use his powers, the vicious look in the mantis's eyes started to fade. Soon its eyelids were getting heavy, and its wings slowed down too. Finally, it just dropped out of the air. Its 2-meter-long body crashed onto the concrete, with a dull thud. Dead. I knew it. Sneak attacks from behind really do work. Villain's words never lie to me. Countless lizards on the ground noticed the body falling from above. One after another, they pounced on the mantis. The lizard men have pretty strong bite force too. They quickly tore the mantis apart. Blood and guts were everywhere. In less than a minute, the mantis was picked clean, leaving only 2 tough mandibles and scythe-like limbs. Half its head, stuck with deer and fang marks, rolled to the side. A few lizard men that ate the mantis. The shine on their green scales looked even brighter than before. To evolve, these monsters not only hunt humans, they eat each other too. Once they eat their own kind, even without a crystal core, they'll still evolve. But this evolution isn't as fast as just swallowing a crystal core. Noticing this, Lu Yu quickly shut the window. After putting away the crossbow, he pulled a longsword out from under the couch. He looked the sword over carefully. A line of words suddenly appeared before Lu Yu's eyes. Awakening rate, 91%, 92%, 93%. Looks like that kid Suha wasn't lying to me. This junk really is a divine weapon. Weapon reached full awakening. He glanced it over again and saw the sword's full stats. Weapon type, sword. Weapon name, blue steel sword, grade, black iron. Energy, 0/10. This sword is from the legendary Three Kingdoms era. It was carried by Cao Cao. A cosmic storm swept over Earth. Special items. We'll get some magical power. What the heck, green steel sword. When I read the sword's description, Lu Yu was completely stunned. Most people know about the green steel sword. But Lu Yu, who knows history well, is very clear. The green steel sword is actually a weapon from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms novel. The author made it up to show Zhao Yun's bravery. It was totally fictional. In real history, this sword probably never existed at all. But now, not only does he have the green steel sword, he even spent 200 grand to buy it from some little thug named Su Hao. Can you believe that? But Lu Yu didn't have time to care about that now. The apocalypse had already begun. Who would still care about historical details? He shook his head, stopped overthinking, and focused his eyes on the weapon's grade. Is the green steel sword really just an iron tier weapon? In the apocalypse, weapons have levels just like people. They're ranked iron, bronze, silver, like that. The only difference is, weapons don't have basic, middle, or high gradings. Iron is just iron. Silver is just silver. But according to the story, Shouldn't this sword be super powerful? Why is it only iron tier? Okay, at least there's an energy value right after the grade. Which means this sword can be upgraded. As for how to upgrade it, it's not actually marked here. But Liu could easily guess. Judging by his experience. If you want to upgrade weapons, maybe a blacksmith works on it. Or you kill monsters to gain energy. Or you use those crystals the system mentioned before. Anyway, this thing can't just turn into a magic weapon for no reason. Thinking of this, Liu made up his mind. Where are you going? Even though things were awkward between them before. The brutal scene outside left him with no time to care about that right now. I'm going out to clear the hallway. The hallway? When Liu said this, Yan finally realized. The hallway outside wasn't safe either. Screams, shouts, and running, total chaos out there. Can you please not go? Even though things were awkward, he wasn't afraid of those monsters. Things are so crazy out there now. His phone is completely dead. And since he can't call the police, Liu is the only one he can rely on. Don't go, haha. Call me, hubby, and I won't leave. Call you hubby? No way. Liu didn't do anything to me last night. But we are just normal friends. There's no way I'd call him that right now. Not even worth thinking about. Fine, don't call, then. There was sudden noise outside the door. Shit, oh shit. Somebody help me. Babe, save me. Please save me. You said you'd protect me forever. Two lizard monsters climbed along the wall, crawling out of a guest room window. A couple sleeping inside woke up in shock, completely freaked out. The guy reacted first. And right away knew something was wrong. There were monsters everywhere outside the window. Realizing that, he didn't hesitate for a second, grabbed his clothes, and just ran outside. The girl grabbed his pant leg begging for help. But didn't expect her boyfriend to just kick her in the face without even thinking. Save yourself, get lost. He seemed to have lost it from fear of those monsters. Who could stay rational at a time like this? She couldn't even keep her life. So who cares about love anymore? Saving yourself is all that matters. So the guy kicked her down a few times in a row, broke free from her, and ran out the door without even looking back. Then the girl got pounced by the two lizard monsters. Soon, screams could be heard from the room. Liu, I'm begging you, please don't go, okay? I am scared. Hearing the noise outside, Yan was about to cry from fear. Back in school, Liu did chase. After her, Liu came to this college. Because he went to Shanghai for winter break. And met her there. But she never liked spoiled rich kids like Liu. Not interested at all. So when Liu chased after her, she was totally not into it. She never dreamed that Liu would pay Qiao Monli last night to bring her here. She was really confused by that. Right now, fear was way stronger than confusion. Hearing Yan's scared words, Liu couldn't help but smile. What's there to be scared of? Those monsters aren't even that strong. They can't break hotel windows. But I'm still scared. It's so scary out there. How can any girl stay calm? If Liu never comes back, what will she even do next? She can't imagine. So honestly, nothing else matters now. Keeping Liu to stay is all that matters. Haha, Yanyu, oh Yanyu. Seeing Yanyu that scared and anxious, Liu couldn't help but smile. Just being scared won't help right now. If you want to live, you have to be strong. But there's something I need to tell you. Liu said, sitting back down on the bed, locking eyes with Yanyu. While it's still pretty safe here. Go ahead, is there anything you want to ask me? After all, Yan is a main character. She's not like other girls who just cry all the time. Seeing the chaos outside, she forced herself to calm down. And quit being shy. She just directly asked what was on her mind. Did you know these monsters were coming? You know something? How did you know? I awakened a power that lets me see the future. Future vision? That kind of power exists? If there are already 2-meter-long mantises, literally anything is possible. Fine, whatever. Then I want to know, where did these monsters come from? Will the world really end because of them? Where did they come from? I don't know that, either. But I'm sure this really is the end of the world. When Liu gave a clear answer, Yan couldn't help but feel a bit sad. But she still kept asking, what's this apocalypse got to do with you bringing me to the hotel? Just now, you felt that wave of coldness. You felt it, right? Liu kept bluffing. ignoring the question with another one. Yeah. Yanyan remembered that chilly feeling from before, and nodded a little. After the apocalypse hit, some people awakened or even several supernatural powers. Liu started explaining. I knew I would awaken a power like that. And I'd be able to protect myself. And you'll be my woman someday. So, to keep you from being killed by monsters, this was the only option left. You're doing this to protect me. When Liu said that, Yanyan was stunned. He still couldn't believe he was actually this guy's girlfriend. But she was a little touched. Then suddenly something came to mind. Why didn't you just tell me directly? Why go about it this way? If I told you, would you believe me? As soon as he said this, Yanyan was at a loss for words. Yeah, if he just told me, would I believe him? Of course not. If someone I didn't like suddenly told me that he'd bring me to a hotel during the apocalypse, what kind of dumb girl would buy that? Thinking about it, Yanyan bit her lip. Liu just ignored him. He stood back up. Just stay here in the room. It's safe here for now. I have to head out for a bit. Oh, right. Remember, don't open the door to anyone but me. After the cosmic storm hit, most creatures on Earth except for humans actually benefited from it. The mutated got even weirder. The strong got stronger. Humans got some benefits, too. But only a small number could awaken abilities. Combat awakeners are less than 10%. And some even turned into zombies because of genetic issues. There aren't that many monsters outside. Liu is on the 8th floor of the hotel, so the people on the ground can satisfy the monsters' hunting needs. So as long as you keep the windows tightly shut, it's actually pretty safe here. Yanyan was really scared at this point, and needed someone to get through this with her. But the things Liu told her were just too wild to believe. She needed time to let it all sink in. So this time, after Liu assured her it was safe here, she didn't try to stop him from leaving. Lu Xiao, are you okay? I'm fine. What's wrong with you two? Hearing Liu's words, the two looked at each other. Then the older one, Shueli, spoke first. Lu Xiao, did you know these monsters would show up all along? Why do you ask? When you told us to prep food and weapons before. Shirley looked serious and told the whole story. 7 days ago, Liu had them buy food and water, enough to fill 2 rooms, and even cleared out a room, just to store weapons and supplies. Back then, they didn't get it at all. But now, Liu really looks like he had great foresight, almost like he could see the future. Yeah, Lu Xiao. Just be straight with us. Shirley and I really want to know this issue. We'll talk about it later. Why did you two come out? Staying in your room is the safest thing right now. We came out to protect you, of course. Protect me? Sure. When we came to Yanqing, Boss Lu made it clear to us that we had to keep you safe. But with so many monsters outside, you guys still want to protect me? Aren't you afraid of dying? Bodyguarding is our job. If we were scared, we wouldn't do this. You two are really dedicated. The two of them were handpicked by Lu Mingyuan to be his own people. Talking to Lu Yu, they didn't feel distant at all. As for whether he could trust their words, Lu Yu wasn't worried at all. He has the villain's eye, which can reveal the chances of betrayal from those around him. Based on what he just saw, one has a 22% betrayal rate. The other 26%. That's already pretty good odds. As long as there aren't any major conflicts over profit, they shouldn't betray him. Gotta say, being the villain really has its perks. Even his loyal subordinates outnumbered the protagonists from the start. He shook his head and stopped overthinking. Liu glanced at room 8007 across the hall. The door was open but no one was there. Where's that pretty classmate of mine? Before the monsters appeared, I asked the front desk, and apparently she left around 8. Said she had to go back to class. When he heard that, Liu wasn't too surprised. Qiao Monli was scared she'd drag him down. So as soon as she woke up, she went back to school. But because of that, she missed out on a really safe shelter in the early days. Liu's current place is not only high up, but barely has any guests. He even paid to take over half the rooms on the floor. A bunch of rooms on this floor were all bought out by him. At school, there are way more people, so more people will become zombies. And there'll be a crazy amount of food used up. In that kind of place, your survival odds are at least half as low as normal. Guess all I can do is wish her luck. She is pretty, and she's definitely useful. But if she's gone, Liu can't do anything. Liu chatted for a bit more with the two, then told them to stay in their room. and not to let anyone else in. At first, the two didn't want to, thinking sticking together would be safest. But Luyu had his own plans. So they could only head back, helpless. When he saw their door close, Luyu took a deep breath and drew his blue star sword. The scabbard and blade are still covered in rust. But the blade now has a faint black sheen that wasn't there before. Is this thing really strong enough to kill a monster? But he has wind powers, so he's not too worried about things going wrong. He glanced around the area. The hallway is empty now. Clothes are scattered on the floor and a few doors are open. It shows that something happened here before. Originally, staying in the room now would be safest. But Luyu remembered his enemy, Chu Feng. The guy came back from 10 years in the apocalypse. If he doesn't level up fast, he won't be a match for him at all. That's why I decided to come out right away, to build up some real combat experience. The first hunt of the apocalypse is about to start. While Luyu was getting ready to hone his skills, meanwhile, in another year, a convenience store at Yenching University. Bang! Chu Feng grabs a fire axe. He smashes the zombified store owner's head with one swing. One hit, head gone. Quick and clean. Then he kicks the zombie out the door. His moves are sharp and neat. As he kicks the zombie aside, he closes the rolling door. Phew, now. This store is mine. Chu Feng stretches his arm. He sets the fire axe on a nearby stool, mumbling to himself. The fire axe is a must-have for any apocalypse main character. Easy to get, and packs a punch. He wasted 2 hours after being reborn looking for Wei Jianjun and Su Hao. So he lost his precious 2 hours of rebirth. If he wants survival supplies, he'll have to take them by force. After grabbing a fire axe at school, he headed straight here. Luckily, when the apocalypse hit, it was class time. Besides the boss, only 2 female students were here. Otherwise, taking over wouldn't have been so easy. Without that, it would have been way harder to take this place. Tongxiao, what's wrong? Chu Feng turns to see the other girl lying on the ground. Her body is twitching non-stop. He quickly walks over. He gives her a quick check. Besides a high fever, she has a bleeding scratch on her arm. Deep enough to see the bone. Looks brutal. She got scratched by a zombie. A zombie? With a black ponytail. The girl is obviously stunned. She stares at Chu Feng, shocked. You mean the store owner just now was like those zombies in movies? Exactly. As for Tongxiao, she got scratched by a zombie, so she'll turn into one, too. Chu Feng says calmly. He simply declared her death sentence. In the apocalypse, humans face not just mutated monsters, but also their own kind who turn into zombies. Compared to other vicious creatures from other worlds, zombies are actually more dangerous. Because they're just like humans. The viruses they carry with them are lethal to humans. Once you're scratched or bitten, with limited medical care in the apocalypse, survival is tough. At least, in the early days of the apocalypse, that's how it goes. No, that's impossible. It's only a scratch on her arm. How could she turn into a zombie? Hearing her friend might become a zombie with a black ponytail, the girl's face changes drastically. She just can't believe it. Believe it or not, that's up to you. In the early days, most people haven't yet stepped out of their peaceful comfort zone. It's normal to be in denial. But Chu Feng isn't in a rush. With his experience surviving the apocalypse, he can easily deal with her the moment she turns. Take her out on the spot. Worrying or hesitating? That won't happen. He lived through 10 years of the apocalypse. Saw tons of brutality and ugly sides of people. Not just someone about to turn zombie. Even a normal person, if they threaten him, he'll take them out without hesitation. Thinking about this, Chu Feng takes a deep breath. He doesn't care about the 2 girls. He swiftly starts planning his next steps. Now, with this store as his base, food isn't a problem for now. Next up, he needs to recruit 2 followers. Get ready for the survival journey ahead. Recruit followers? The moment he thinks about it, Chu Feng suddenly gets a flash of a tall, handsome figure in his mind. Then a dusty memory pops up. Luyu and Yenyun. Why'd I forget about these 2? Chu Feng suddenly clenches his fist. His eyes burn with intense killing intent. Getting a second chance at life, growing stronger is key. But making up for regrets matters a lot too. Last life, he survived with Luyu and some others. After finding a safe spot, Lu Yu awakened powers and became the boss of a base. As time went on, human darkness slowly grew. To get Yan Yun, Lu Yu tried every way to kill him. Yan Yun used her own body to bargain with Lu Yu so he could survive. To protect Chu Feng, Yan Yun sacrificed herself and struck a deal with Lu Yu. With Yan Yun's shelter, Chu Feng got kicked out of the base by Lu Yu. And after Yan Yun saw Chu Feng leave safely, so Lu Yu couldn't have him, she jumped off the building, ending her life. Chu Feng saw it all with his own eyes, and was crushed. That gut-wrenching pain, he still remembers now. Don't worry, Yan Yun. This time, I'll protect you. Chu Feng clenched his teeth, swearing silently to himself. After Yan Yun died last time, he wandered aimlessly through the apocalypse for ages. Eventually, his brain blocked out that memory. Then he barely came to and pulled himself together. That's also why after being reborn, he didn't think of Yan Yun right away. But now that he remembers, Yan Yun survived in the sophomore building last time. She made it with the other students. This life should be the same. So he still has time now. Thinking of this, Chu Feng has made up his mind. Meanwhile, on the other side, Rhine Hotel. Lu Yu carefully searches the floor for monsters. Though he's the villain boss, his awakened powers are stronger than normal folk. But this is real life, not some novel or movie. If he gets reckless, he could still die. So he has to be super cautious. He checks 2 nearby rooms, but finds nothing. Lu Yu closes the window and heads farther down the hall. Damn it. Suddenly, someone shouts. Lu Yu is instantly on high alert. Right after, a middle-aged man in a towel opens his door and runs out of a room ahead. The apocalypse has arrived. He was taking his morning shower. When the cosmic storm swept over, he didn't think much of it, thinking he'd just been seeing girls too often. And his body was acting up. But as he stepped out of the bath, everything had changed. His window was left open, and a lizard man had crawled in. Without a second thought, he bolted out the door. Seeing Lu Yu standing there with a sword, he saw him as a savior, and rushed to hide behind him. Pointing at his room, his face was full of terror. Kid, a monster. There's a monster in there. The monster crawled inside. Lu Yu glanced at him, expressionless. Sword in hand, he cautiously walked toward the room. Seeing this, the man had no intention of helping. He just watched Lu Yu from a distance. Name, Lizard Man. Level, Black Iron, Initial. Description, a filthy, low-level interdimensional creature. Due to their rapid breeding, their population is massive. Though called lizard men, they're more like oversized geckos. They have lizard heads, long legs, and walk upright. Compared to humans, they are short in stature, standing about 1.2 to 1.4 meters tall. Their vision is poor, and they aren't very fast. Currently, the lizard man was in the room, rifling through things by scent. Hey, you looking for me? The villain's heart filled Lu Yu with courage. He gripped his sword tight, full of fighting spirit. Hearing Lu Yu's voice, the lizard man turned its head. The moment it saw Lu Yu, it flicked its tongue, eyes glowing with excitement. Then it dashed toward Lu Yu on its 2 feet. Because of their height, their running speed is only slightly faster than a normal walk. They aren't very strong either. As long as one overcomes the fear of the unknown, they're actually quite easy to handle, just like Lu Yu is doing now. Come on. Slash. He stepped back half a pace and swung his sword upward. The lizard man couldn't dodge in time and was disemboweled by the strike. Crimson blood and guts sprayed out instantly. Lu Yu was surprised, but didn't hesitate. He pressed the attack immediately. Though he lacked combat experience, his 17 strength and 15 agility gave him more power than a normal person. Slash, another horizontal cut. The steel sword swung with lethal force toward the creature's neck. Injured as it was, it couldn't dodge. Thud, a clean cut. The standing body slowly collapsed. Just like that? Looking at the severed head, Lu Yu was stunned. Is this monster really that weak? To be beheaded so easily by him? If all lizard men are like this, then what do I have to fear? Wait, Lu Yu was startled. He saw, on the lizardman's lifeless corpse, a faint black glow appear. The glow resonated with the sword's black luster, Then, as if pulled by a force, it flew into the steel sword and merged with it. The black glow on the corpse vanished. The black luster of the blade, if not his imagination, seemed twice as vibrant as before. Liu checked the sword's info. Weapon rank, black iron. Energy, 1/10. According to the system, only high-rank black iron monsters might produce spirit cores. This lizard man was only initial rank, so it clearly had no core. But it could still power up the sword. Killing monsters can upgrade the weapon. Heh, not bad. Swords generally fall into 3 types: soft, semi-soft, and hard. Soft swords are used by martial arts masters. They're usually worn around the waist and drawn when needed. Normal people find them hard to use. Semi-soft ones aren't for masters, or normal people either. Most of them are just for performance. But Liyu's steel sword is clearly the 3rd type, a hard sword. Hard swords were used by ancient generals and soldiers in war. The blade is wide and heavy. At first, Liu thought that although the sword had awakened, all that rust would make it weak. And with the lizardman's small scales, its defense didn't look too bad. He expected the outcome to be him using this heavy sword to just bash it to death. But he never imagined this sword would be so sharp. After hitting the lizard man, one strike cut it in 2. And some of the rust seemed to have fallen off. The rusty sword has awakened. The path of slaughter and leveling has begun. Could this rust be cleaned off? Thinking of this, Liu didn't hesitate. He struck the sword against the wall. After a sharp metallic clang, the rust fell away. Blue steel was etched on the blade. A brand new, dark blue steel blade was revealed instantly. Immediately after, a faint golden glow flashed by. Great sword. A blade like this actually deserves to be called legendary. Glad I put in the effort to find it. Su Hao, little brother. Impressive. You killed it in 2 hits. Man, you must be trained, right? Liu glanced at him, but didn't answer his question. I'm Lu Jian, man. What's your name? Liu still ignored him. He went out to check other rooms. Regarding these strangers, he had no interest and no desire to team up with them. What he cared about most was boosting his own strength. Since he's on the 8th floor, not many monsters would come up. So it was a great training chance. Seeing Liu stay silent, Lu Jian felt embarrassed. Once Liu was far enough, his face darkened instantly. Just because you have a weapon? Stop acting so tough. Give me a weapon, and I'd kill those things too. Before he could finish, screams came from the street. Terrified, he ran into his room and slammed the door shut. Liu ignored him and kept hunting monsters. The doors were open, and most windows too. Occasionally, lizard men climbed up. Without a word, Liu charged into melee. With superior physical stats and the sharp blue steel sword, he killed them easily. One, then another. Rank, black iron. Energy, 2/10. Weapon, rank, black iron. Energy, 3/10. The blue steel sword absorbed their energy quickly. After several battles, Liu discovered they weren't as weak as he thought. They rely on animal instinct. No IQ and not very fast. But their back scales are tough. Even with his sword, it's hard to cut through them. He couldn't one-shot them. Weak spots are the belly and neck. Only hitting those spots would get the best results. His 2-hit kill earlier was just a lucky hit on a weak spot. He shook his head, clearing his thoughts. After killing one lizard man, he quickly shut the window. This keeps the smell of blood in and avoids attracting monsters. Fighting hard is exhausting. By the 8th lizardman kill, he was seriously tired. September is still hot in the south. After all that fighting, Liyu's shirt was soaked. Just 2 more lizardmen, and the sword can level up. So he decided to push on. 2 more, then a rest. As he got up to keep fighting, he heard rushing footsteps. The sound was fast and very heavy. It sounded like a large crowd. Hurry, run upstairs. Did they really turn into monsters? The monsters are coming up. Run. Panic filled the air. Screams and cries were everywhere. Liu looked closely. Due to the cosmic storm, all power failed instantly. As monsters invaded the lobby, many survivors had to run up the stairs. Since the 8th floor was the top, they arrived too quickly, and in massive numbers. Liu sheathed his sword and followed the crowd. Inside an empty room, the crowd rushed in. Over a dozen people entered. The spacious room suddenly felt very crowded. Bam! The door slammed shut. They quickly double-locked it. Door closed. A man gasped for air, looking completely drained. Others looked shaken but relieved. Liu scanned the group. Men and women, young and old. Compared to women, the men had more stamina. Whoa! Holy crap! A skinny man suddenly yelled. What? What happened? Everyone got very nervous. They looked where he pointed. Look! Bodies! Monster bodies! Damn, that's amazing. Who did this? 2 bloody lizardman corpses lay by the window curtains. Seeing this, everyone was startled. Realizing they were dead, the tension eased a bit. But then they noticed something. Monsters just appeared. Just fighting them takes immense courage. Yet someone already killed them. Most people realized this and started searching for the master in the room. Boss you. As they looked at everyone one by one, a tall young man cried out. Seeing the young man greeting him, Liu was surprised. Boss Shirley? What are you doing here? In novels, there are always rich villains, and with them, those who do their dirty work, the little lackeys. Shirley was one of Liu's lackeys. Seeing Liu there, Shirley was shocked. Since it was school time, Liu shouldn't be here. I should ask you that. Liu asked back. Not in school today? No. I took off to be with my girl. Didn't expect the monsters. Shirley was speechless. He came to the hotel last night. He planned to spend today hanging out with her. But everything changed. They reached the lobby and were forced back. Heh, bad luck. Tell me about it. Shirley agreed. After he finished talking, he pulled over a pretty decent-looking girl nearby and brought her here. Oh right, boss. Let me introduce someone. This is my girlfriend, Healy. This is the guy I told you about before, Boss Lou. Boss Lou. Healy was really freaked out by the monsters. After Shirley introduced her, she barely managed to calm down. Liu nodded slightly. He glanced at her, but didn't ask any more. She looks alright. But if you compare her to Xiao Monli or Yenyu, she's not even close. If you rate a woman's body, face, and aura combined at 100 points, Yenyu and Xiao Monli would both be top beauties with bare face 90 points or higher. Healy with makeup maybe gets 80 at best. Where did these monsters even come from? They're so scary. Seriously, this is terrifying. Mom, I'm scared. Don't be scared, it's okay. Mom's right here. In the small room, people gathered in little groups. Their chatting and shouting blended together. Fear was spreading fast among the crowd. And just as everyone was freaking out, right then, a super annoyed voice cut through. You keep yelling for your mom? Everyone shut the hell up. As soon as he said that, the room went silent. Everyone turned toward the sound. They saw an average-sized guy, with dark skin, really skinny, looking around impatiently. He wasn't far from Liu, so his voice sounded super harsh to them. Seeing the guy was even shorter than him, Shirley snapped back right away. Who the hell are you? Why are you yelling so loud? My ears are about to blow out. Shirley's used to acting tough in college. Since when? Did someone else get to boss him around? But this skinny guy wasn't backing down. Hearing Shirley's words, he immediately stood up, with a blonde buddy standing up next to him. You wanna fight? Say that again. People were already mad and tense. A slip and it would get violent. Shirley's girlfriend was right by his side. He was young and wouldn't back down. But Liu was more observant. Right when Shirley clenched his fists, Liu put his hand on Shirley's shoulder just in time. Oh, wanna kill me? Fine, seeing that. The skinny guy smirked, then turned and looked back. Fei Ji, this kid says he's gonna kill us. After the skinny guy spoke, Shirley finally noticed. There was a guy crouched in the corner behind them. He was wearing a black tank top. His skin was also dark, but he was way more buff than the skinny guy. On his neck, besides a thick gold chain, was a tiger tattoo. Kid, you wanna kill me, huh? Chen Fei sneered. His big size and the tattoo was super intimidating for Shirley. Seeing Chen Fei's look, Shirley instantly chickened out. Be big bro, it's a misunderstanding. I wasn't talking about you. Even though he hated losing face in front of his girlfriend. Sometimes you just gotta stay safe. Chen Fei's look was really scary. He's just a student. If he didn't want to get punched, he had to apologize. I wasn't talking about me. Chen Fei just snorted. Shirley was about to cry. I really wasn't talking about you. The skinny guy cut in, smiling. Fei Ji is my boss. So you wanna kill me? You mean you wanna kill Fei Ji too, right? Those words left Shirley speechless. You can't reason with these thugs. He's just no match. Yeah, his girlfriend's beside him. And Lu Yu's right here too. Fei Ji, no need to talk to him. Let's just rough him up already. Yeah, just warm up a bit. Skinny and Blonde were really teaming up. Clearly they were looking for trouble. And wanted to vent. But even if Chen Fei was a gangster, he wasn't stupid. With the situation unclear, there's no way he'd just start fighting. He looked at Shirley, then at the sword in Lu Yu's arms. And slowly stood up. Hey kid, you this wimp's boss? Wimp meant Shirley, obviously. Chen Fei squinted. Did you kill those two monsters? Really? You gotta be joking. He just looks like a college kid. So what if he's a college kid? He's tall. And armed too. Don't look down on college students. Chen Fei's words left everyone shocked. All eyes were on Lu Yu. Even Shirley just realized. Lu Yu was holding a sword. Hey, Fei Ji's asking you something. Lu Yu didn't respond. The blonde guy snapped impatiently. Hearing that, Lu Yu frowned a bit. Getting picked on by thugs in a shelter. Then fighting back. Thugs acting tough, getting smacked down. Isn't this exactly the main character trope? Why is it happening to me? This doesn't make sense. Damn it, do you even understand me? Scram. But before he could even reach Lu Yu, he was kicked flying by Lu Yu. Lu Yu's kick was incredibly fast, and packed a massive punch, leaving Chen Fei and Skinny stunned. Blondie took the kick to the gut, wailing on the ground. Seeing the fight break out, the others quickly hid aside. B-boss, Shirley watched in shock. They're 3 street thugs. One wrong move means a brutal beating. He's finished. This kid's in trouble. He's just too naive. That little bastard. I'm going to kill you. Xiaoyong, stop. Kid, you think you're a big shot? Lu Yu said nothing, drawing his longsword immediately. The apocalypse started less than an hour ago. And these punks are already starting shit. They're worse villains than me. Good practice against these scumbags. Fei, brother Fei. Look at that sword of his. It's high-quality stuff. No wonder he killed those monsters. So that's the secret. Hey, brother. You don't look like you're short on cash. Buying it wouldn't be right. How about you just give it to me? If you give it to me freely, I'll forget about Xiaoyong's beating. And offer you 3 protection. Deal? The dark blade gleamed with a cold light. Clearly a high-grade real weapon. Chen Fei was instantly tempted. With that sword, his power would grow exponentially. Hunting those lizard men earlier drained a lot of his energy. With the stamina he had left, he was no match for these 3. Bingfeng and Shueli were left next door. They couldn't get here in time. To get out of this safely, he had to land a one-hit kill. Kid, I'm talking to you. You want the sword? Come and take it then. You asked for this. Chen Fei cursed loudly, eyes flashing with murderous intent. He pulled out a folding knife. Let me make this clear. You're handing over that sword. As soon as he finished, Chen Fei crouched low and lunged straight at Lu Yu. Though Lu Yu's longsword was deadlier than his dagger, Chen Fei had an ace up his sleeve. He'd noticed earlier that Lu Yu's shirt was soaked with sweat. Along with his heavy breathing, he was clearly reaching his limit. With his own skills, taking down an exhausted little brat would be a walk in the park. Once he had that divine weapon, he wouldn't be hunted by monsters like a stray dog anymore. So he charged in directly. But he was wrong, dead wrong. Lu Yu was indeed drained. But he wasn't just a melee fighter. Did he need close combat? No. Seeing the charge, Lu Yu didn't hesitate, flicking the longsword in his hand. A transparent teal blade of energy flew out from the sword. At the same time, A powerful gale burst forward. Whoosh. Slash. Boom. The sudden, intense wind blinded everyone nearby. Chen Fei never saw this coming. His face shifted in terror, but he couldn't dodge it. Pft! Bang! Chen Fei's body stiffened, hurled back by the powerful wind. He slammed hard into the wall. The folding knife clattered away. His black athletic vest was sliced wide open. Blood gushed from the wound, quickly staining his shirt red. Liu stared fixedly at his left hand. On his left arm, a layer of rocky armor had formed. So, an Earth-type ability, huh? No wonder you're so confident. You're an Awakened too? You found out too late. Shirley, B-Boss? What happened was unbelievable. Is this cultivators versus mutants? Go over and kill him. B-Boss? Did I hear you right? You want me to kill him? Did I stutter? But boss, I can kill a chicken, sure. But murder is against the law. The law? Heh. What did you think of my power? Abilities are energy inside us. Like internal force in novels. But it's not in the dantian. It's in all the body's meridians. Liyu's wind power can be released. And also compressed. Into wind blades. Using the sword was a feint. Just to look cooler. It was the wind behind it all. However, his level is still low. Blade power and usage are limited. A blade of that intensity can only be used 5 times. This Chen Fei is an earth user, but far less skilled than Liu. He likely just discovered it today. Hearing Liu's words, Shirley fell into deep thought. If everywhere is this chaotic, the army won't save us in time. I must stick with a strong leader. Should I defy Liu and go my own way? Or kill Chen Fei and stay as Liu's man? Okay, boss, I'll do it. He chose to stay with Liu. A wise decision. Go on. Pick up that knife. Don't you dare. Stay back. You dare touch Brother Fei? If you want to die with him, I'll happily help you out. Heh, look at you now. Still acting tough? Please don't kill me. Begging now? A bit late, isn't it? Shirley, just imagine. If I were just a normal student, what would happen to us? At that thought, he gripped the knife tight. Help me. Help me. The crowd grew restless. But no one would help him. Shirley plunged the knife into his heart. As if possessed, he stabbed Chen Fei's body wildly. Stab after stab, shredding Chen Fei's flesh. The mother in the crowd covered her daughter's eyes. Chen Fei's corpse was taken by 2 bystanders and tossed out the window. Thud. The second it hit, a swarm of lizard men arrived. They quickly tore the body apart. Back in the room, everyone was frozen in horror. This guy actually killed someone. Even if it was under Liyu's urging. Don't be nervous. A blue glow swirled on the sword. It slowly returned to its sheath. Even though we just killed someone, you all know what happened better than me. As long as you follow the rules, I promise it won't happen again. This young man is right. Chen Fei was the one at fault just now. But the others didn't buy it. The man looked embarrassed. Liu didn't care at all. He just looked at that man. What's your name? I'm Zhang Ming. He'd forgotten how old the other guy was. And what's happening outside? Days living in fear like this are just starting. When everyone heard that, their faces turned pale. If you want to stay alive, you'd better pick a wise leader. A wise leader. Exactly. You really mean it's just starting? No way, seriously? Believe it or not, up to you. If it's really like you said. How do we survive? That's your problem. Nothing to do with me. Aren't you going to stick with us? Sorry. I've got my own things to do. Shirley, let's go. My leader. Shirley quickly grabbed his girlfriend and followed. Zhang Ming wanted to say something, but swallowed the words. Liyu's calmness and strength really made him look reliable. But this guy dares to kill. Yellow hair and Skinny were totally freaked out. The survivors all hurried together in the room, planning what to do next. Liu didn't care if they lived or died. A sudden monster's roar caught Liyu's attention. Zombie bosses worked together. Someone got so scared they hid behind Shirley. Liu gripped his sword, walking cautiously toward the sound. A wild monster roar caught Liyu's ear. At the end of the hallway, Two zombies were feasting on a corpse. Liu glanced at them and instantly saw through the zombies. The zombies slowly looked up, sniffing around. The thick, bloody smell filled Liu's nose. Good thing Liu had a villain's mindset and adapted super fast. Liu made a noise on purpose. The zombies moved at the sound, roaring as they lunged. Their bodies were rotten and falling apart, so they moved slowly. Liu calmly swung his sword. Two sword blasts shot out instantly. They hit the zombies right on target. The strong wind blew their bodies back. Liu sheathed his sword and stood still, like it was no big deal. "Boss, you're awesome." "Damn. It's really sword energy, wow." The zombies that fell got back up again. "Can't cut through the head?" "Sword blasts only do so much. Gotta get in close." A couple headshots blew up the zombies. "Congrats, your weapon just leveled up. Weapon rank, bronze. Energy, 0/100. Killing zombies charges your weapon too. Nice, not bad. The floor's safe for now. Time to clean up." "Boss, your sword isn't just some regular weapon, right? As long as you work for me like before and do your job well, you'll get gear like this too. Power makes you intimidating and gives you authority." Name, Shirley, age, 21, height, 176, weight, 128, betrayal rate, 31. Back to the door, but heard unfamiliar voices inside. Those weren't Yan Yan's voices. Liu noticed right away. He called his men over to get ready. Ding Feng nodded in understanding. He quietly called Shueli and Shirley. Then Liu looked through the peephole. "Liu, is that you? It's dangerous out here. How can you just open the door for anyone? This is my and Liyu's room. We have the right to stay here. But this is clearly a hotel room. How is it your room now?" Liyu's voice stayed calm. The conversation inside wasn't loud, but he could hear everything from the hallway. "Delaying things is only useful for me. Breaking in by force, it'll just make things more complicated later. I'm not hurt. If you don't believe me, open the door and check. If I get hurt, I don't need you to tell me. I'll leave on my own." When Liu said that, Manager Zhao still wasn't reassured. Manager Zhao peered out through the peephole. He saw Liu was alone. Only then did he let his guard down. "Xiao Wang, open the door." The young man named Xiao Wang heard Manager Zhao. He was reluctant, but he had no choice. The manager is my boss. That way of thinking is deep-rooted. When the apocalypse first started, people's values hadn't fully changed yet. So he gritted his teeth and opened the door. As he opened the door and dropped the security lock, boom, Liu kicked the door hard. Bright red blood started pouring out of his nose. Everyone else in the room was startled. They all jumped to their feet. "You little punk, looking for trouble?" But Liu wasn't alone. Shueli and Ding Feng charged in with knives they'd prepared. They rushed in first. Just as Manager Zhao was about to swing his lamp, Ding Feng grabbed his wrist. "Don't move." It was dead silent. A knife suddenly flashed over, cutting Manager Zhao's yelling short. Xiao Wang on the side was totally stunned. By the time he came to, Ding Feng had already kicked him in the chest. He was an adult man, but Liu was a billionaire. And his bodyguards were all pros. If they can beat the main character, they can definitely handle normal people. A wise man knows when to back off. Manager Zhao had no choice but to put the lamp on the shoe cabinet. "Let's talk this out, man. No need to get physical." When Shirley closed the door at the end, he looked around the room, saw Yenyu, and suddenly realized something. No wonder that voice sounded familiar. Turns out it's our school's beauty queen, Yenyu. Wait, hold up. Boss is living with Yenyu? No way, my boss is that awesome? He even hooked up with Yenyu, the campus queen. Liu ignored him, walked up to Manager Zhao and glanced at him. "Talk properly." As soon as he said that, Liu suddenly bent forward and punched him hard in the stomach. Liu didn't pause at all. Grabbed his hair and pressed his head down. Then kneed him in the gut. Manager Zhao was left dizzy and dazed by the blows. His nose was bleeding non-stop. "You people took over my place, and you want to talk nice? Hey, let's keep things peaceful. Since you guys didn't actually cause me any loss, I'll let you off this time. Shirley, throw these guys out." Boss, do I chuck them downstairs or into the hallway? If you can toss them out the window, go for it. Hearing these guys won't shut up, Liu pulled out his sword again. Or you can all just stay here. No, no, don't do it. I'm leaving, okay? Xiao Wang ignored the others, opened the door quickly, and ran out of the room. Now that Xiao Wang's gone, I'm out too. Hey man, can I leave? He really should have finished them all off. But he was out of strength. Get lost. The guy took that as a pardon. The other two apologized and quickly followed him out. Soon, in the room, there were only two girls left sitting on the couch. You're not leaving? Nope, I've never been scared of guys like you. Why should I be scared of you? This is my room. So what? We live in a law-abiding society now. Are you really going to stab me? What about you? Not leaving. Whoosh, a cold flash of steel. She didn't finish her sentence. Her voice cut off instantly. She stared in fear, clutching her neck, while Liu looked unfazed. Blood spurted from her neck, spraying the woman beside her. The other woman was splattered in blood, staring in horror at her friend's body. Liu acted fast. No hesitation at all. With more people earlier, it wasn't the right time. Now only two women were left. So he didn't hold back. His upgraded steel sword was even sharper than before. Not just the throat. Even the neck would be sliced clean through. With one swing of that sword. The woman's name was Wu Lan, and she was from a family getting eviction compensation. They had a 6-story house from the government payout. To make some extra cash, she often came up with reasons to withhold tenants' security deposits. Today, she came to the store with friends. But once they got to the Rhine Hotel, they got scared by sudden thick fog. Then the cosmic storm and monster invasion hit. She and the others rushed into the hotel in panic. They finally made it to the top floor and found a safe spot. But now people wanted to kick them out. Why? It's dangerous outside, but so safe in here. Why should I leave? Why should I be the one to go? People these days don't care about helping each other at all. How dare they threaten me with a knife? Do they think I'm that easy to scare? Don't forget, this is a law-abiding society. And my husband's a big deal too. Huh? Why can't I talk all of a sudden? And what's this red liquid on my hand? Why am I getting dizzy? As the other woman screamed in shock. Wu Lan seemed to realize something. She looked at Liu, totally stunned. He really dared to kill someone. Wu Lan couldn't believe it. But her vision was getting blurrier. Thud, she collapsed onto the couch. And her world went dark. Blood on her neck kept flowing, draining away her last bit of warmth. Shut up. The other woman quickly covered her mouth, trying not to make a sound. Even after hearing Liu's icy voice, the woman was scared out of her mind and fled the room for her life. Murder. Murder. But no one opened their door to check on her. Sounds like that mean danger now. In the room, Yanyu was absolutely terrified. She clutched her mouth and stared at Liu in fear. She had no idea why he dared to kill like that. Before all this, wasn't he just some spoiled rich student? Shirley froze too. In his mind, Liu was just a rich kid with swagger at school. The ones most shocked were Shueli and Ding Feng. They've worked for the Liu family for a long time, so they know Liu pretty well. As for killing someone, forget about Liu doing it. Even they couldn't have been so decisive. That kid really went hard. But right now, they didn't have time to think too much. They quickly followed Liu's orders. Before the apocalypse, dealing with a body was a big hassle. You'd get punished by law for murder. But after the world changed, you just had to dump the body on the street. And that's enough. A minute later, Wu Lan followed in Chen Fei's footsteps. Shueli and the others cleaned up the blood on the sofa. Shueli and Ding Feng took Shirley back to the room. Now only Liu and Yanyan were left in the room. Yanyan sat on the bed, not daring to make a sound. Liu sat on the sofa with a fresh cushion. He leaned back against the sofa, looked up at the ceiling, and let out a deep breath. So this is what it feels like to kill someone. Heh, killing two people back to back left Liu feeling a bit uneasy inside. After all, he's not like Chu Feng, who'd been through this before. He can't just be cold and kill without care. But luckily, he does have a villain's mindset. Plus, he'd mentally prepared himself for a whole week. So after killing, the discomfort didn't last too long. Wu Lan wasn't some really evil person. She didn't really deserve to die. But if someone wouldn't listen, Liu didn't want to waste time talking. Once he calmed down, Liu looked at the girl, who was so scared she was pale, with her hands and feet shaking. Are you really scared of me? I am not. No. But she glanced at the bloodstain on Liyu's t-shirt. Fear was all over her mind. Just an hour ago, she'd been a law-abiding citizen, a campus queen at Yen University, a girl everyone spoiled. And Liu was just some rich kid, known for eating, drinking, and goofing off at school. A classic playboy with no real job. But just now, this so-called playboy had killed someone right in front of her. He seriously killed someone. Thinking about Wu Lan's blood spraying everywhere, and how she died with her eyes open, made Yen Yen's stomach turn. She covered her mouth and ran to the trash can. When Liu went out to clean the hallway, she was all alone and terrified. After looking at the chaos outside through the window, she'd already cried plenty of times. But Wu Lan had just died right in front of her eyes. That kind of shock isn't something most people can take. But since she hadn't eaten breakfast, there wasn't much left to throw up. Just as she finished, Liu spoke up calmly. Do you know he died because of you? Because of me? How is that possible? She wiped the corner of her mouth with a tissue. When she heard that, she looked up at Liu, her face full of disbelief. What is this guy even talking about? If you had listened to me, and not let them in, do you think he'd be dead? You're just twisting things. If I didn't let them in, wouldn't the monsters have killed them? Yen Yun really couldn't accept Liyu's logic. Heh, Yen Yun. Looks like you still don't get what's going on. Liu put the sword down to one side, then walked over to the window. Come here, take a look. See for yourself. Yen Yun hesitated, but still walked over. The world outside was already chaotic. No one's coming to save us. If we want to live, it's all on us now. Now tell me, if a monster had been chasing me earlier, and you hadn't opened the door in time, what would have happened? Yen Yun was left speechless. Her face went even paler. She finally understood what Liu meant. The apocalypse had arrived. People can't be trusted. A kind decision might turn out deadly. Outside the shelter's door is the line between life and death. And the one who started all this is right inside. Liu's voice was icy cold. His tone was full of questions. The shelter I prepared got taken over by a bunch of strangers. And these people actually kept him out. How could he not be angry? And the one behind all this is this woman right in front of him. This extremely foolish woman. Luckily, she wasn't dumb enough to tell them where she hid her weapons. Otherwise, if these people got his crossbow and hatchet, who knows what trouble they'd cause. Seeing Liu get this mad, Yen Yun was so scared she almost cried. Even though Liu was telling the truth. If another monster had chased him just now, and she didn't open the door right away, he could have died outside. But Yen Yun, I said you'd be my woman in the future. Before Yen Yun could answer, Liu spoke up again. His voice was much calmer than before. Yen Yun held back her tears. She looked at him in surprise. Not sure why he suddenly said that. Liu didn't care. He kept pushing her. If you're my woman, I can protect you. But I don't owe anyone else protection. If you want to see your parents alive, don't go making dumb choices on your own. I didn't know what kind of people they were. When Liu mentioned her parents, Yen Yun finally broke down. Tears started falling nonstop. She only wanted to help others at the time. She didn't have time to think about anything else. Who knew these people would be so selfish? To protect themselves, they kept Liu outside the door. You didn't know but still let them in. Hearing Yen Yun say that, Liu got even more pissed. But then he thought, Yen Yun did try her best to open the door for him. He forced himself not to say what he wanted. Alright, forget it. What's done is done. Talking more doesn't really mean anything. Liu knew deep down. It wasn't totally Yen Yun's fault. Because Yen Yun was always that kind and gentle type. It's only been 2 hours since the apocalypse started. It's normal she hasn't adapted yet. Plus he needed her to counter Chu Feng. So Liu couldn't be bothered to argue. He walked out of the room. Took back the food he'd left in 8006. Get something to eat. Luyu passed her some bread, sausage and yogurt. And he opened up a piece of bread for himself. He started wolfing it down. This morning, before Yenyun woke up, he'd already eaten. But monster hunting burned lots of energy. So now he was starving. He really needed food. Seeing Luyu eat so fast, and looking at her own small bread, Yenyun bit her lip. No idea what she was thinking. Who knows how much time passed. She seemed to make a decision. Her lips parted slightly, and she spoke softly. Luyu, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it. I didn't know they'd be so selfish. I'm sorry. As Yenyun spoke, tears fell again. She cried more. All right, stop crying. As long as you learn from your mistake. You're not mad at me anymore? Mad? Of course I'm mad. But now isn't the time. Just eat something first. Thank you. Luyu, I promise. I promise this won't happen again. Call me hubby, let me hear it. What? Yenyun's eyes widened. She stopped eating. She stared at Luyu in disbelief. What's with this guy? He was raging just now, like a killer. Now he suddenly wants me to call him hubby. Is his mind messed up? We're gonna depend on each other from now on anyway. So calling me hubby shouldn't be a big deal. But, we barely even know each other. You almost got me killed just now. Shouldn't you make it up to me? Hurry up. Or if I get angry, who knows what I'll do to you. When Yenyun heard that, she got anxious. So are you gonna do it or not? Fine, I'll call you. Yenyun was about to cry. Okay, I'm all ears. Hubby. Louder, I can't hear you. Hubby. Luyu bullied Yenyun badly. Not only did he trick her, he forced her to say it. Say hubby, louder. I want to hear it clearly. What should I do? This killer hubby. Betrayal rate dropped from 50% to 39%. Narrative control is kicking in. Rhine Hotel, room 8008. Killing was still happening everywhere else. Cars wrecked and ruined streets. Reminded everyone every second. A bit past noon. Chu Feng took down the mutated girl at the store. Yenyun, wait for me. In this life, I'll never let you fall into Luyu's hands again. Thinking this, Chu Feng gripped his axe tighter. He chopped a lizard person with one eye to the ground. Meanwhile, male dorm survivors. Damn, that's awesome. He can take on 3 at once. Wait, that guy's Chu Feng from our class. Chu Feng from our class? How? No way. Chu Feng never fought back when he got bullied. Seeing Chu Feng moving quick and dodging skillfully far away, Wu Chang was stunned. Chu Feng is actually running around outside all alone. Hey, what's that? Yongbro, come check this out. A tall guy in the dorm came out with 2 roommates. Why are you so excited? Chu Feng fought like a war god. He took on 3 lizard people alone. The weak kid's comeback. Birth of war god Chu Feng. This is just the beginning. Look, what's that thing? Wu Chang didn't have time to explain. He quickly pointed at a big tree by the dorm wall. Huh? Where? That tree over there. The outside's full of trees. No, I'm telling you to look at the tree in the corner. Behind that tree. Where the dorm meets the hall. There's a high wall. On the green belt by the wall, rows of mutated camphor trees grow. Their trunks are thick, 4 or 5 people wide. The mutated trees were impressive. But behind one huge trunk, there was a cluster about 1 meter wide. Shining like tiny stars, silver dots. These dots spun like a vortex, gently rotating in the air. Like a galaxy in the universe. Damn, what's that feeling? Looks awesome. Yong, do you think there might be some treasures over there? Treasure. If it was before 9 a.m. today, and someone told him there would be treasure there, he would have called them crazy. But today is different. Zombies and creatures from another world are everywhere outside. Ha-Yong's breathing got faster. Should we go check it out? What do you guys think? I think we can. Yeah, I think we should try. But there are so many monsters out there. If we go out, we might die. If we die, we die. It's super dangerous outside now. If we want to survive, we absolutely can't just sit here and wait for death. Damn, Yong. If we're gonna go, we should hurry. That way. That's exactly where Chu Feng is carefully heading. Chu Feng, damn. Can't let this kid get there first. Boom. A black iron lizard man appeared. Chu Feng killed it with a single axe. This body really is weak now. Only killed a dozen lizard men, and already feeling exhausted. Sitting on the ground, leaning against a tree, Chu Feng tried to rest. Then he suddenly spotted a silver vortex of light. Wow, why is there something like this here? Seeing the silver vortex, Chu Feng just couldn't believe his eyes. Silver dots of light spun in the air, giving off a mysterious glow. With his 10 years apocalypse experience, he knows exactly what this is. But in his previous life, he was a nobody, and never had the chance to fight for it. Now, looking at that silver glow, Chu Feng gets more and more excited. He quickly gets up and heads in that direction. Right at that moment, some noise came from the distant men's dorm. 4 guys grabbed weapons, trying to charge out of the dorm. Chu Feng instantly stopped. He hid behind a tree. Chu Feng looked carefully through the branches, and saw these guys were pretty strong. Loose lizard men were no match for them at all. Even if a mantis with scythe arms showed up, they could still team up and kill it. That's. Chu Feng narrowed his eyes, and gave up the idea of running out. Scythe mantises aren't weak fighters, especially in face-to-face battles. Even 2 adult humans, without proper weapons, can't beat them. The reason this team took down the mantis was all about the 2 people in the front. They work together really well, and they're pretty strong. One draws fire up front, the other sneaks up from behind. The one sneaking has bulging muscles. After killing the mantis with a steel bar, he broke the mantis's forearms to use as weapons. Taoyong remembers in his last life. This guy Taoyong used his awakened power and 2 special items to win over some followers, and became someone as tough as Lu Yu. Looks like now, Taoyong probably got his treasure from here. Hey, is that Wu Chang? Looking up ahead, the guy drawing the mantis's attention actually looked like the lizard men, his whole body covered in tiny scales. Chu Feng instantly remembered his name. Then a murderous look flashed in his eyes. Lu Yu is the villain boss. So his henchmen aren't just one. Besides Shirley from before, Wu Chang is another one. Back in his last life, Wu Chang bullied him a lot. But how come he's not sticking with Lu Yu and teamed up with Taoyong instead? This is trouble. Chu Feng cursed quietly, and didn't have time to think more. With his remaining strength now, he can't take them on. For Chu Feng now, in a one-on-one, he fears no one. But 2-on-1, especially against 2 awakened guys, that's tricky. So what now? Wait, over there, a lizard that's clearly bigger than normal was attracted over by the dead lizard men killed by Chu Feng. Looking close, this thing's as tall as an adult. Its belly was actually kind of stuffed. Looks like it ate too much. Haha, just what I needed. You're mine. Chu Feng gripped his fire axe, hid behind the tree, and waited to strike. Back at the school, Chu Feng was heading to rescue Yan Yun. Meanwhile, with less distance between them, the 2 sat on the windowsill chatting after eating. Lu Yu called her hubby. Right at that moment, they spotted something in the ruins far away. Lu Yu used the villain's eye to check it out. The info scanned by villain's eye left Lu Yu completely stunned. He had no idea what was happening. Secret realm entrance. Damn, are you playing a game or what? A secret realm entrance, seriously? Before this, he thought the whirlpool formed by those silver sparks looked oddly familiar. Turns out, they're like what you see in some games. Secret realm entrance. Come on, are you kidding me? It's like reality is a damn game now. But could there be treasures inside? Lu Yu calmed down quickly. Heh, what a dumb era. Lu Yu already knew once the apocalypse hit, lots of magical items would appear. But he didn't expect even secret realm entrances would show up. Not only are there powerful treasures inside, only humans are allowed in. Lu Yu could guess what the secret realm is about. But this thing might not just be for humans. Hope you know what that is. I know a bit. Saw it before when I predicted the future. Can you tell us about it? You'll find out soon enough. Lu Yu didn't have time to explain more. Quickly grabbed his sword again. Next door, room 8006. Lu Yu had just entered the room. Shirley called out, sis-in-law. And he couldn't help but glance at Yan Yun. Can't blame him, Yan Yun's looks are unreal. That body, that face, that skin, those legs. Who's your sis-in-law? We live together now. So isn't she? Hee hee, boss. You're awesome. Even Yen, the campus queen, is yours. Enough with the flattery. I have something important to say. Liu quickly shared his idea of crossing over. And explained it. What? So you really knew all this ahead of time? Pretty much. Oh my god. Why didn't you tell us earlier? Would you have believed me if I did? Honestly, probably not. So if we want to survive, we have to work together. The apocalypse hit. Cosmic storms hit everywhere. Changed everything. Some humans awoke new powers. But not everyone noticed right away. Liyu's testing his team members. Trying to find potential awakened ones. Focus and feel any changes in your body. Let me know about anything weird. Shueli and Dingfeng felt their bodies change. Their strength was growing. But the others noticed nothing. Disappointment was written all over their faces. Dang, boss, am I useless now? Feels like I'm useless too. Liyu's villains. I scanned everyone. But couldn't pick up any powers. Yen Yun, as the female lead, must have powers. So why can't they show up? Not totally useless. You just can't fight on the front lines. But you can help with logistics. So for this mission, is it just you and Dingfeng? Yeah, that's right. Actually, just Dingfeng will go with me. Okay. Shueli, Shirley, Healy, you three stay here. There's a lot of supplies on this floor. If nobody guards them, I'm worried things will go wrong. Supplies piled up like mountains. That's their hope for survival. Makes sense, I have no problem with that. But can you really manage with Dingfeng alone? Liu just smiled. And looked at Yenyu. Besides, she's still here. Wait, me? Of course. Don't worry. I'll protect you. Plus, we're not gonna lead the charge anyway. Liu, you mean? With all these survivors, most probably haven't had breakfast? Above the street, the secret realm entrance gleams weirdly. It's midday now. Hunger is starting to hit everyone. No breakfast eaten. What do you mean? Liu, what are you talking about? I don't get it. Me neither. Same here. You guys really don't get it? Fine, let me break it down for you. Liu's plan is simple. Send starving survivors to die. The secret realm outside has over 20 hours left before disappearing. Monsters are everywhere outside. Ordinary people can't do much. Hunger drives people crazy. Someone will always risk it for food. Let them lead the charge. It's basically guaranteed. Shueli had a figured as much look. She knows how Liu operates. The others were just speechless. Staring at Liu, totally shocked. Waiting for others to go first. Using their lives to clear the way. How did this guy come up with such a ruthless plan? Shueli and Dingfeng stayed quiet. Their only job is to protect Liu. Shirley and Healy weren't sure. Of course the sidekicks feel nervous. Yenyu is still uneasy. Isn't this kind of bad? Bad? How's it bad? Liu expected this. He didn't dodge the question. His past self wasn't a bad guy. But he definitely wasn't good either. Lost his family at 13. Dropped out of middle school. Bullied and looked down upon. Got beaten, had to beg for food. Slept on the streets. Was a troublemaker. The whole world abandoned me. You expect me to love it? Yeah, I know. What are you trying to say? You mean since I got supplies, I should share some with others? Let me tell you. That's not happening. We have so many days ahead. We gotta live for ourselves. As for others' lives, sorry. None of my business. That's the apocalypse. And that is Liyu's survival rule. Selfish but works. Liu admitted his selfishness openly, making everyone think deeply. Shirley suddenly thought it made sense. In the end-of-world scenario, who the hell has time to care about others? Hungry people gotta find food. Period. If Liu hadn't prepared food ahead, did they expect to just not survive? So why feel guilty about it? I agree with Liu. Nowadays, playing the good guy isn't worth it. In peaceful times, doing good deeds, you could even get scammed helping old folks. Let alone in this heartless world. Exactly. If they're hungry, they have to find their own food. It's not like we force them at knife point. Hearing everyone's words, Yenyu fell silent too. Yeah, everyone's so anxious here. Being kind can easily backfire. Just like how I was before. Letting those guys in. Almost got Liu killed. Thinking about it, Yenyu didn't say anything else. Boss, what if someone wants to join us? If they join, that's good. If they're pretty skilled. And I approve. They can join right away. Alright, got it. Me too. Good, as long as you all understand. Also, every team needs a leader. It'll make actions and commands easier later. So, everyone listens to me. That shouldn't be a problem, right? Of course, no problem. I'm fine with it. Yan acts like a little girl around Luyu. She can't even oppose him. As for Healy, she doesn't even have the right to speak. Alright, let's move on. I'll assign tasks to each of you. Honestly, Luyu's a villain. He has to deal with evil creatures. And watch out for survivors with bad intentions. And quickly get stronger. So he doesn't get killed by the protagonist. So, while he's not strong enough, Luyu thinks building a team is really important. Maybe it's because he's a villainous rich kid, with that natural leader vibe. Even the simplest words, under everyone's influence, help them accept this harsh reality. After that pretty long conversation, Luyu managed to settle the group for now. Meanwhile, in a room on the hotel's right side, things are just like Luyu guessed. People are discussing how to find food. We gotta figure something out. Yeah, we need to think. Damn, my wife and kid are still at home. This can't go on. These monsters seem to be evolving. And we're getting hungrier. Anyone got food? What food? We've got nothing. Yeah, the monsters showed up so suddenly. Right, we were too busy running. Gotta fix lunch first. Otherwise, we're gonna get weak. Got any good ideas? Earlier, I checked through the peephole. A few people ran out from a room on the left. Went next door. What do you mean? I mean, if they could run to the next room. The hallway should be safe. We could fight our way downstairs. Easy for you to say. Did you see how many monsters are out there? But we have to go. There's no food here. And no water either. Survivors are gathering together. Looks like 60 or 70 people. All you see is a dense crowd. The leader's name is Liao Dong. One face looks gloomy. Zhao Dequan, an ordinary hotel manager, now has a scheming look in his eyes. Luyu, Chenfei. Superpowers. This world has really changed. He spotted a silver vortex. A perfect trap is forming. Using others to kill. Two birds with one stone. He found Liao Dong, an idiot also unhappy with Luyu. Manager Zhao. Captain Liao, I've got good news for you. Good news? About Luyu. He's got weapons. And superpowers. Powers? Yeah. If we team up with him, our chances of getting across will at least double. Haha, old Zhao. You must have a motive. Motive? You don't think I know you? Yeah, haha. Wow, can't even trick you. Fine, I'll admit I've got my own agenda. I'm just used to living easy. Not really cut out for fighting. To survive in a place this dangerous, I have to count on you, Captain Liao. Hey, we're not just co-workers. We're in the same boat now. If you get something good, I get a piece of it too. I see. I knew you chase profit. The idiot took the bait. Meanwhile, at the other end of the hallway, Shueli's dealing with the room checks like Luyu said. Anyone in this room? Hey, bro. No need to knock on this room. It's ours. Oh, got it. Shueli and Shirley worked well together. Successfully protected Luyu's spot. Lu Xiao, are you ready? Yeah, Yan's transformation is about to finish in the room. From fancy to plain. That's a huge transformation. Luyu, do I really have to dress up like this? Of course, if you go out as your usual self, you might run into a lot of trouble. But fine, I'll listen to you. After swapping to Yan's disguise, she blended into the chaotic crowd perfectly. In the crowd, Blondie and the skinny guy are looking for their target. Xiaoyong, look, that woman over there. Are you serious right now? You're still checking out women at a time like this? No, man, this one is seriously hot. Blondie followed his gaze. And was instantly drawn by her incredible curves. See? I told you, right? Hee, that peach shape is amazing. I really want to go grab her. Grab her? Are you crazy? Did you forget how Fei Ji died? Would you please keep your mouth shut? You think I'm trying to scare you? Look. The skinny guy instinctively looked over. And was completely stunned. Shit, she really does know that guy. That super hot woman they've been drooling over is actually heading straight for the one man they're too scared to mess with. Luyu is doomed. This is real bad. That kid is the one who killed Fei Ji. The two punks only feel a chill to the bone right now. Meanwhile, Liu has no clue. And is leading his team into unknown danger. Why is it that in so many novels and movies, there's always some dumb thugs who try to mess with the pretty female lead, so the hero can show off in a cliché way? Honestly, you can't really blame the writers. Beautiful women really do cause trouble. If a woman is too gorgeous, she's naturally going to attract attention from men. Just like if a guy's super handsome, he's always going to catch the eye of women too. Liu totally gets that, so he gave Yenyun a makeover and put a mask on her. That way, she can hide her looks and figure and avoid a ton of unnecessary trouble. When Liu led the others to the corridor, it was already packed with people. In this group were not just Blondie, Skinny, and Zhang Ming, but also Lu Jian, Zhao Dequan, and that woman who ran off. Seeing that curvy woman walking toward Lu Yu, Blondie and Skinny were terrified inside, but also secretly relieved. They didn't do anything stupid this time. If they really pissed off Lu Yu over this woman, wouldn't they end up like Fei Ji? Of course they would. Hey guys, you all look familiar. Are you from Yen University next door? Professor Li. Professor Li. Even Lu Yu's eyes lit up. It wasn't a stranger coming over, but the economics professor from Yen University, who just transferred this semester. Li Wanlin, tall and graceful, with refined features and a pair of gold chain glasses, made her look more mature than most women. Before the world went to hell, Lu Yu had actually taken her class before. Watching her lecture from the podium, Lu Yu always paid extra attention. Her looks were just that stunning. She was irresistible. She was different from Yenyun's youthful prettiness. This was a mature woman's unique charm. Like a perfectly ripe peach, making these inexperienced college guys want to take a bite. But every time she turned around, gave that cold, proud stare to the students below, most of them couldn't help but look away, feeling both awe and insecurity. She was just too beautiful, and way too accomplished. Like an ice queen on a mountain peak, no one dared look straight at her. But Lu Yu used to just admire her from a distance. But now, Lu Yu couldn't help but wonder if she was the female lead. As someone who knows a lot about story tropes, Lu Yu knew exactly how female leads are set up. First, looks-wise, they're always one in a million. Rare beauties with amazing figures and faces, always top tier. Just like Yenyu right now. 5 feet 5 inches with all the right curves. As a college girl, in a world where flat-chested is the norm, having a C+ cup is almost unreal. Kind of defies science, honestly. Second, every female lead has a unique personality. Pure, cute, passionate, mature. You name it, they've got it. And of course, she has to get involved with the main character and eventually become his girl. Only then can she actually be called the female lead. That's what makes her the female lead. Chu Feng is the main character, reborn into the apocalypse. Besides his past love interests, he's sure to meet all kinds of girls this time too. This Li Wanning is a professor in the economics department. And she's stunningly beautiful. Showing up at a hotel less than 500 meters from Yen University seems like too much of a coincidence. All the signs point to this woman probably being Chu Feng's female lead in the plot. After leaving campus, Chu Feng will come here to save her. Then take her with him. Does Chu Feng have a thing for corpses or something? At this thought, Lu Yu suddenly thought of something else. If the lead, Chu Feng, wants to take Li Wanning, he'll definitely have to help her out. If possible, might even get a moment to flex a bit. So who would he show off to? So you guys really are from the university next door? Yeah, Professor Li. I've actually taken your class before. Wanning, are they really your students? Lu Yu sized up the guy carefully. A line of info popped up in his vision. Name, Shenbing. Age, 30. Height, 5 feet 11 inches. Weight, 142 pounds. Betrayal rate, 50%. Can't trust a stranger's betrayal rate. But the fact that this guy can stay so polite in such chaos is pretty rare. He's probably okay. He seems legit. Haha, this guy's family must be loaded. Wears only designer clothes and has 2 bodyguards with him. He's got a good eye, and instantly recognized Lu Yu's real clothing brands, and figured out Shueli and Ding Feng were bodyguards. Professor, is this your boyfriend? When Liu asked that, Shenbing stayed calm on the surface, but was grinning on the inside. This sharp kid really gets it. What an eye for detail. No, he's not. Wan Ning, can't you let me save some face? Save face for what? I'm not into pretending. If it's true, it's true. If not, it's not. But. No buts. Guys, you've all seen what's going on outside, right? Do you have any plans? No big plans yet. But our short-term plan is to go get some food with them. But it's really dangerous out there. It's fine. We have weapons. Even with weapons, it's still risky. It's alright, we're good. Hey, little bro. Hi, I'm Liao Dong, the head of security at this hotel. I heard you've got a sword. Yeah, that's true. Can I talk to you about something? What is it? Can we talk in private? Sure, here's the deal. Liao Dong pulled Liu aside. He got straight to the point. You want to team up with me? That's right. I think something's off with that clothing store across the street. We can check it out together. I've got 7 or 8 strong young security guards. Plus some other survivors. That's over 10 people total. No problem. You think there might be something valuable over there, right? So that's why you want to go, huh? Pretty much. What if there's nothing inside? No harm done. Anyway, we need to go to the second floor for food. And clear out the monsters in the hotel. It's just a matter of time. True. But I want to know what's in it for me. If there's something valuable there, we split it 50-50. As for the food downstairs, we'll share it together. Alright, works for me. Let me discuss it with them. Sounds good. Oh, right. Your name's Liu, right? Yeah. Actually, there's not much to talk about. He's the one who calls the shots here. Since we're teaming up, have your people follow me. I'll give you guys some weapons. Liu, do you have any extra weapons? Shirley took him to the room to get weapons. Okay, Lao Zhao. Looking at the 5 soul-crossing knives in front of him. 4 skull clubs. 3 baseball bats. And 2 steel bars thicker than my thumb. Liao Dong was stunned. Whoa, where'd you get all this stuff? When he was head of security before, he did get a notice. Someone was moving goods upstairs in the hotel. And he was told not to interfere. Looking back now, this guy was the one moving stuff upstairs. Don't worry about it. Anyway, you've got your weapons now. The rest is up to you. If you want these people to clear a path, they need to be able to fight. Bro, nice. With these weapons, our odds just went up. Led by Liao Dong. The survivors marched downstairs in a big group. You're really going down with them? Of course. No worries, Teacher Li. If we find food, we'll definitely bring some back for you. No need, thanks. Just take care of yourselves. Teacher Li, which room are you in? 8046, why? It's nothing, just curious. Liu smirked meaningfully. Li Wanyan's image lingered in Liu's mind. That perfect figure was mesmerizing. Even though she's not the main girl, Liu is definitely interested in her. But for Liu right now, that secret place outside matters most. After saying goodbye to Li Wanyan, Liu took a deep breath, trying to refocus. He went back to his room and started gearing up. Getting ready for what's next. 1 tactical vest, a knife, chocolate, and water each. Survival essentials. Liu grabbed his steel sword. Ding Feng picked up a fire axe. Yanyan took the crossbow. It's tough for a girl to use a crossbow. But it's the best choice for her. Aim here. Pull the trigger. That's all it takes. Thanks to Zhao Dequan, Liao Dong teamed up with Liu. Liu wanted them up front anyway. So it saved him trouble. The ones hunting for food are those strong men organized by Liao Dong. The elderly, women, kids, and manager Zhao didn't join. Next to the hedges at the bottom of the college dorm, Chu Feng finally reached the secret entrance. Hao Yong and others went in first. A silver vortex spun before his eyes, giving off a mysterious vibe. Chu Feng held a black iron crystal core. This is his hope. Can he snatch treasures from their hands? It's all up to you. This is a black iron crystal core. That lizard man was killed by him earlier. After reincarnation, his luck is insane. That's the main character's perks. High-level black iron lizard men aren't too tough. Their weak spots are stomach and neck. Chu Feng, a survivor of 10 years in the apocalypse, knows their weak spots for sure. Chu Feng gritted his teeth. Lu Yu. Hope you don't die too early this time. Chu Feng reached out toward the vortex formed by the silver light. He disappeared from where he stood. Entered an unknown secret realm. Chu Feng wants to kill Lu Yu. Nothing can change that. Lu Yu gets it. So, he's leveling up fast. Building his own team. Everyone in the hotel moved downstairs. Clearing monsters. So these monsters aren't that tough. Yeah, as long as we stick together. There's nothing to be afraid of. But stay alert. Don't let your guard down. The scythe mantis can't fly in the narrow hotel hallway. Just can't get airborne. Liao Dong drew its attention with a blanket. Others attacked from behind. Everyone kept going, 7th floor, 6th floor. The old, sick, and weak heard good news. They started to get bolder. The main group just reached the 5th floor. So they rushed down to search for supplies. There are 2 pieces of bread here. That's mine. Hurry, I'm starving. What, the monsters others killed don't count. Lu Yu looked at the steel blue sword. He frowned. Weapon grade, bronze, energy at 10%. Weapon energy, 1 point. It hasn't gone up. The steel blue sword's grade is hard to raise. Is there some special power in this sword? Maybe it needs contact with monsters. Only then can it absorb their power. Whatever, I'll just get to the clothing store. Lu Yu grabbed a shirt from a hotel room. He covered the shirt in blood. Then wrapped it in a plastic bag. And hid it on himself. The blood-soaked shirt trap began. Nice move, Lu. Hee hee, let's go. The bloody smell will lure monsters. That's Lu Yu's plan. The steel blue sword has to touch monsters. Only then can it absorb energy. Lu Yu's scheme. Everything is under his control. The others are still scavenging. Not knowing danger is getting close. The smell of the bloody shirt starts to spread, luring nearby monsters. Lu Yu led his team forward. Everything went as planned. The steel blue sword's energy is about to start rising. Lu Yu's about to power up. Lu Yu thought to himself. In this apocalypse, only the ruthless survive. After he found out monsters killed by others couldn't refill his sword's energy. To boost the sword, he'd have to hurt monsters with the sword before they died. At least hit them before they die. Lu Yu joined the hunters group. He found a good way. Just stab each monster once. Then leave the sword stuck in its body. That saves his strength. No one notices as the sword absorbs energy. Weapon grade, bronze. Energy, 1/100. Weapon grade, bronze. Energy, 16/100. 3 p.m. Liao Dong kept pushing the team forward. They'd cleared up to the 3rd floor. Lu Yu's sword hit 49 energy. Out of 100. I saw that bread first. Try me and see what happens. What do you mean you saw it first? I clearly saw it first. Say that again. It's still mine. Screw you. Fine, you wanna hit me? I'm gonna kill you. You hit my man? I'll fight you to the end. They started grabbing chairs and lamps. Throwing everything at each other. It's just the first day in the survivor dorm. And they're already fighting over bread. It's not really for food. It's just about pride. Just then, monsters downstairs heard the fighting and crashing above. They all started heading toward the 3rd floor. 10, 20, 30 monsters. Soon, a whole horde. Some are lizard folk. Some are zombies. Mid-tier lizard folk can run. As fast as humans now. Run, now. Liao Dong led the guys up the stairs. And yelled, crap. Help. Help me. Somebody help. Poor humans. Monsters broke them apart again. Those survivors who fought over bread were already exhausted. Mid-tier lizard folk caught them fast. Blood, guts, brains everywhere. Screams filled the air. Are these lizard folk at mid-iron level? Whoa, one already evolved to high tier. 3rd floor is the game room. Right now, Lu Yu's group is hiding in a glass room. Watching the slaughter right outside. Lu, when do we move? Wait, don't rush. We'll go when monsters spread out. Lu Yu smirked. He looked at Yenyu, who'd changed her look. Yenyun, did you see that? Yeah, I saw. Some people just aren't worth saving. Let's go, Ding Feng. Cover me. We're fighting our way out. Alright, let's go now. That big lizard is still eating. The big lizard, huh? Let's get it. Lu Yu gripped his sword tighter. Moved the stool quietly aside. Took light steps out. Lu Yu did some math. Since 10 a.m. till now. His blade got 5 more charges. Boom. One hit kill. The enhanced high-tier lizard folk got cut down by Liu in one hit. First time Yan Yu saw Liu kill a monster alone. Didn't expect it, really impressed her. Last time with the main group going down, Liu just joined in. But now, those lizard folks' head and back scales. They're tough. He saw how strong their defense was. But this lizard folk had even tougher defense. Liu actually stabbed right through its skull. The lizard folk screamed in pain. Its body twisted nonstop. Its thick tail swung everywhere. So, to save effort, Liu didn't even hesitate. He dodged forward, slipped past its attack, turned his sword and pulled it out, and quickly left. The lizard folk, sword free, suddenly stood up, hissing with its tongue out. Its brain damaged. It went totally berserk. Swinging its front claws and tail, it attacked everything nearby. Even 2 lizard folk that came to help got wrecked by its wild attack. After about 10 seconds, the lizard folk collapsed heavily. Blood just kept pouring out of its head. Its body moved less and less, then stopped completely. Liu finally let out a breath. Right at this moment, 3 lizard men who failed to catch their prey appeared in Liu's group sight. 2 on one side of the street, 1 in the center. What are you standing there for, stupid girl? Come help me look for it. Look for it. Look for what? Something with special energy. Looks like a pearl or a gem. Something that looks like a pearl or a gem. It's in its head. I don't know either. Just try looking for it first. Dingfeng, come cover us. Liu's blue steel sword is bronze grade. It's way more powerful than when it was iron grade. Push the sword back in. Then pull hard the other way. The lizardman's head was split in 2. Lizard men look terrifying and gross. Most girls freeze when they see them. But Yan Yu's the heroine. She's definitely different. She took a deep breath, then gathered her courage, fighting her disgust. She reached for the lizardman's head. But the moment she touched it, her hand emitted a faint, white glow that even she didn't notice. There's nothing you want here. You're done searching already? I didn't search. But please trust me, okay? Hearing this, Liu instinctively looked toward Yuan Yu. Saw how serious she looked, but also anxious. He seemed to realize something. Alright Dingfeng, let's go. Not every monster has a crystal core. Without being the main character, you don't get one. Liu can't force it. He hurriedly guarded Yan Yun with his sword and ran downstairs. Dingfeng kicked one over. A lizard man quickly followed. Everyone sprinted all the way. Every lizard man in their way got kicked down. After getting up, those lizard men didn't chase Liu's group. Instead, they quickly ran to the lizard men Liu had taken out and started eating their remains. Liu didn't pay attention to them. When Bingfeng reached the hallway entrance, he closed the passage door right away, blocking the monsters upstairs. Liu let out a sigh of relief and glanced at his blue steel sword. Weapon grade, bronze. Energy 54 out of 100. Checked his character stats. Enhancement level, iron. Mid-tier ability didn't change. But his mental strength increased by 5. All 3 other stats went up by 4. What's going on? System. Can humans evolve without a crystal core? The cosmic storm awakens some special powers in humans. But humans can't fully adapt to those powers right away. So, humans really can evolve on their own. But not by much. Yes, your awakened abilities are like eating a special pill. Training can speed up the process. Wei-Liu, what are you thinking? Nothing. Let's go. Most monsters on the 1st and 2nd floor are now gathered on the 3rd floor. Liu went from the 3rd floor down, barely met any obstacles. Took out 2 basic zombies and 3 lizard men. After that, he grabbed 2 pot lids from the 2nd floor kitchen as shields. The 3 of them carefully made it to the 1st floor, closed the corridor door. Then Liu led them to the register, using it as a temporary base. The lobby was a total mess. Nothing really caught your eye. Just 2 mid-tier iron zombies, and 2 evolved scythe mantises with wings. After evolving, they became advanced tier. The mantises didn't attack the living zombies. And the zombies didn't attack the mantises. Name, Scythe Mantis. Level, Advanced Iron. Another Advanced Iron level. Lian Yun, give it to me. Yan handed over the mother sword. Liu set the blue steel sword aside, pulled out the mother sword and aimed it. Bing Fang, those 2 zombies are yours. No problem, I got it. It's not easy to get bit with shields. Did the same thing with the crossbow. Aimed at the back of a mantis's head. Liu took a deep breath. The 2 mantises looked stuffed. Clearly overeaten. At that moment, the 2 scythe mantises were resting in the hall. They totally let their guard down. Liu didn't hesitate. Aimed at the back of its head. Pulled the crossbow trigger. The arrow shot out with a whoosh. A perfect hit to one of the mantis heads. The mantis cries out in pain. It instantly goes into a frenzy. Liu doesn't have time to think. He quickly ducks back behind the counter. He hands the crossbow back to Yanyu. The screeching of the mantis. It catches the attention of the other mantis. Right at that moment, Liu takes a deep breath and dashes out from behind the bar. Without a word, he grips his longsword tightly. He slashes a wind blade at the other mantis. The wind blade hits its body and launches it backward. Ding Feng rushes out right then. He charges at the 2 zombies. The mantis hit in the head by Liyu's arrow. Doesn't die right away. It shakes its head, forces itself to fly at Liu. Hey, see ya. He swings his sword hard, aiming straight for the mantis head. Liu doesn't even have time to check. He quickly faces the other mantis. Before it can react, Liu stabs it through the head from behind. I found it. Take a look, is this it?